Hey, this is Patosha Jeffrey, the girls basketball trainer, coming to you with the next episode in the MVP Club, or the next lesson in the MVP Club. And over the past couple of lessons, we've talked about your thoughts, we've talked about you, we've talked about your dreams, your goals, beginning with the end in mind, knowing what direction you want to go, know where you want to go, and that's very important. In order for you to know that the steps you need to take, you have to know where you want to go. And if you don't know where you want to go, you go anywhere, you drift anywhere. And so it's very important to know where you want to go. And so once you know where you want to go, you would know the steps that you need to take. And today I want to talk to you a little bit more about that. I have a book in my hand right here called Your Best Life Now. 7 Steps to Living at Your Full Potential by Joel Osteen. I read this book a few years ago. Let's see, this book came out, see if I can find that right quick when this book came out, because I believe that's around about the time I read it. The book came out about 2004, I believe, so guess that's around the time that I read the book. But there's a story in this book that really touched me, that I could relate to, and I want to read it to you because I know it can relate to you and what you're trying to do in basketball, what you're trying to do in the classroom. The title or the headline of this story is called Envision Your Success. See how that ties into what we talked about last week? That's why it's important to know where you want to go, your dreams, your goals, because it's kind of hard to envision your success when you don't know what you want to do. So let me read this story to you about a young lady out of this book. And like I said, it touched me, it helped me, and I want to share it with you because maybe it can help you. So let me begin. From the time she was a little girl, Tara Holland dreamed of becoming Miss America. In 1994, she entered the Miss Florida pageant and won the title of first runner-up. She decided to try again the following year. She entered the same contest and once again won the prize as first runner-up. Tara was tempted to get down and discouraged, but she didn't do that. She stayed focused on her goal. She decided she needed to change her environment, so she moved to Kansas, and in 1997 she entered the Miss Kansas pageant and won the title. That same year, she went on to be crowned Miss America. Tara Holland saw her dream come to pass. In an interview after the pageant, someone asked Tara the secret to her success. She admitted that after she had lost twice in a row at the state level competitions, she had been tempted to give up. But instead, she went out and rented dozens of videos of local pageants, state pageants, Miss Teen, Miss Universe, Miss World, whatever she could find. She rented hundreds of videos of various pageants and watched them over and over again. As Tara watched each young woman crowned a winner, she pictured herself in that situation. She pictured herself receiving the crown. She pictured herself walking down the runway in victory. Time and time again, she envisioned herself winning. Seeing herself as a winner, said Tara, was the key to her success. Another reporter asked her if she was nervous walking down the runway in front of millions of people watching on television and with the announcer singing the famous Miss America song. Tara's response was interesting. No, I wasn't nervous at all, she said. You see, I had walked down that runway thousands of times before. Have you ever walked down that runway? Have you ever seen yourself accomplishing your dreams? Do you keep that vision of victory in front of you? Tara Holland knew she would never be a winner until she first saw herself as a winner. She had to reprogram her mind to rid herself as much as possible of the hurtful memories of losing. She had to replace that vision in her mind of herself as Miss Runner-Up. She had to develop a can-do attitude. She saw herself stepping onto the winner's platform. She saw herself walking down that runway in victory. She created an environment of faith and success. What you keep before your eyes will affect you. You will produce what you've continually seen in your mind. If you foster an image of defeat and failure, then you're going to live that kind of life. But if you develop an image of victory, success, health, abundance, joy, peace, and happiness, nothing on earth will be able to hold those things from you. That's a powerful story. Very, very, very powerful. And one of the things I want to touch on is that she pictured herself. You know, the title of this is To Envision Your Success. She pictured herself in that situation of being crowned a winner. She pictured herself receiving the crown. She pictured herself walking down the runway in victory. Time and time again, she envisioned herself winning. Seeing herself as a winner, said Tara, was the key to her success. So, how do you picture yourself? You know, we've talked about your thoughts. What do you think about yourself? Well, how do you picture yourself? What's that vision that you have in your mind of yourself? Do you picture yourself being a starter, scoring a lot of points, playing tenacious defense, getting A's in the classroom, getting that 100 on that test? Do you see that? Do you picture that? Do you see that? What is your image that's in your head of yourself? It's very, very, very important. How do you see yourself? So today's lesson is going to be, it won't be as long as some of the previous lessons, but I want to show you something and show you a tool that you can use and create, that I created to help me envision some success, envision my success, envision some things that I want to do. And some of the things I've even talked about, I want to show you it. It's right here. So what you're looking at right here is my dream board. It's something that I created back in 2004. I wrote the date on the back of it. I created it back in 2004, and that's been, what is this, 2011, so that's been over almost 7 years from now that I created this dream board. And the title of my dream board, as you see, is Success to Significance. And what does that mean? Well, success adds value to self. Significance adds value to others. So I picture myself being a person that is significant because I've added value to so many others. Okay, so as you see on this board, it's full of pictures. It has some text like you just saw, Success to Significance. Have pictures and bios. And you know, I created this board when I was in this organization, like I said, back in 2004. And where you see right here, this is me, Patosha Jeffrey, where I created my own profile of success. This is something that was out of a profile of success book that when I was in this organization. But I want to start at the top. This is Darnell and Tracy Self, and they are some top leaders in the organization that I was a part of. And one of the captions that I had right there was their personality. They are so charismatic. I mean, they're just so charming, charismatic people, and it's just a characteristic of them that I want to have, that I wanted to have within myself. Right below them is another person who was from that organization that I was a part of, and what I have right here is leadership. He has excellent leadership abilities, and that's something that I want to possess. Right below them, below Omar Rushdan, is Mr. T.D. Jakes, and what I have about him is that he impacted millions of people. I don't know if you're familiar with T.D. Jakes, but he's a well-known pastor out of the Texas area, and he impacts millions through television, through the internet, through books, CDs, conferences, and that's something that I want to possess. I want to impact millions when it comes to basketball. I want to impact millions of players. Juanita Bottom, she's another pastor that's impacted millions of women through conferences, her speaking ability. She has CDs out, books, things like that. Tiffany Beverly is another young lady from the same organization that I was a part of, and what I have down for her is speech. And I mentioned to you in a previous lesson how I want to speak. I want to speak to young ladies about basketball, about the importance of academics. And this young lady is a powerful, powerful speaker. And that's just something, a characteristic of hers that I want to possess. That's something I want to create and create within myself. And so the way my board was set up, as you come down and add all those characteristics of these individuals, the charismatic, leadership, impacting millions, speech and speaking, then you come up with me. So I thought that was rather creative of me, but that's what a dream board is about. You want to put your dreams, put things that you want to accomplish. You want to put it down on paper, put it on a board. And on top of the board, you see I have different pictures. And so this is a picture of a young lady who's very athletic, has an athletic build, strong legs, strong toned arms, toned legs, and that's something that I'm working hard to get back to. And you have to get in the gym a whole lot to do that, but that's something that I'm working toward, getting that back to that body frame that I used to have, that very athletic body frame. You see a car, that's my dream car, the Range Rover, or my dream truck, and you see different name brands that, hey, one day I want to be able to afford and just want to be able to wear. You see the picture of a bedroom, basically a bedroom and water outside, and that's something that I want, to be able to have a home next to the water. If I'm in the Memphis, Tennessee area. We have the Mississippi River, and I want to live downtown, in the downtown area, where I can look outside my window and see the river and see the landscape and of the bridge, and possibly move even further to another state and live on the ocean, on the water. You also see a kitchen. That's a kitchen with bookshelves. You've got the cookbook, and that's something that I want to work on. I want to be an excellent cook, and I believe me, I have a lot of cookbooks and cooking magazines with recipes, and that's something that I want to work very, very hard on. I always want to be a gourmet chef, and so that's just an image of some cookbooks and a kitchen. And so as you see, this is something that you can do. This is basically a poster board. You have pictures and text out of a magazine. I took these copies of these pictures out of a book. I believe I got these copies of these pictures off of their websites, and just went and bought those letters. And it's something that you can do. You can get you a poster board and put pictures of what you want to be successful in, what you want. What is your ideal, your view, your image, your picture, your vision of success? This is something that you can work on the weekend, work on over a period of time. It's just something to help you visualize, see that picture of how successful you can be. And so that's what the lesson was on today. Basically, visioning, have a vision for your success. Have a vision for your success. And so that's it for this lesson, the MVP Club. Like I said, like I'm going to always say, I hope you got a nugget out of it that you can use today in the classroom, on the basketball court. Hope it's something that you can use. Also, feel free, when you create your dream board, send me a picture of it. Take a picture of it with your camera phone or however, or your camera, and send it to me. I'll have the email address again at the bottom of this video, and send me. I want this to be an interactive mentorship club. I want this to be an interactive MVP club. I'm here for you. I'm mentoring you. So whatever questions that you have, or just wanna chat with me, just send me an email, and I will answer. I'll answer your email. So again, this is Patosha Jeffrey. As I always say, this is Patosha Jeffrey, the girls basketball trainer, and I'll see you next week with the next lesson.